Hi and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to tell you how to create a backup from your website with the Akeeba component. Akeeba backup can be downloaded from akeebabackup.com download, and they offer it for Joomla, WordPress, standalone. So I've already downloaded the Akeeba Backup core component. It can be downloaded here. And then I went to my website, black or white, and I went to extensions, extension manager. I click on upload and install. No, I click on choose file first. I click on the component here, click open, click upload and install. And then you go to components and you see Akeeba backup. And if you want to create a backup, you go to backup now. And then you click on backup now. And it will create a backup. I've already created the backup, so I won't wait till the thing is finished right now. I'm going to the Akeeba extract wizard. They also offer Akeeba kickstart to extract the file, the backup. But I've tried this and it didn't work, so I went to search on Google to find out how I can extract the backup, to use the backup offline, to create an offline backup run with a USB server. So I went to Akeeba Extract Wizard and I've downloaded the Akeeba Extract Wizard for Windows. I clicked on download now, and then I downloaded Akeeba Extract Wizard. I also have made a working shortcut to the extract wizard already. I have to choose the archive file, and then I click for the archive, and it created the site black or white here. This is what the file that I have downloaded, that it created. And then I want to create an extract folder. And I want it to be in the root of USB server or any offline server that you use. So you go to the root here, and now I create a new map just for test, because I already created the black or white here. I'm going to click on OK, and then I click on extract. In the meantime, I go to the PHP here, PHP My Admin, and then I create a new data bank just for test. So I click on create, and then I go to the extract wizard. It's still busy. So this will create the files in the USB web server, the backup, and it will be created in root in this just for testing directory. Like you can see, it's already have has installed some of the files needed for Joomla. And you can also use it for WAMP, but if you use WAMP, you have to go to Computer, C, WAMP, and then it has to go in the WW folder. And that's where you need to extract the files with the extract wizard. So it's possible to use both WAMP or LAMP or XAMPP or USB web server, but you have to extract it to the right root folder. You can exactly see what it's doing. It's just extracting everything. See how it works. Getting more and more files in the root folder, in the just for testing folder. It must be almost finished right now. So it's now successfully extracted, like it says. And then we go to the localhost part here. We're going to start a USB web server, localhost. And we have to know what we called it, just for testing. Just for testing. And then you have to install it on your local host. So the ancient Akeeba next generation has created an installer for you to install it on your local host. I'm going to click on next, or volgende in Dutch. We have to fill in a database server or host name. A host name is always called localhost, and this is the same for offline or online installation. If you use USB web server, you can choose the username root and the password USBV. So it's called password USBV. Database name is called, what did we call the database name? Let's see, let's check. For the real site I chose black or white. For this site I called just for test. So I'm going back, just for test. Okay. You could also choose to use this installer when you have already created a backup. You have already your website in here. You can also just use the backup and write it over an existing backup. You can make the tables drop, or you create a backup of them. So I'm going to click on next, and like you can see, it's going to recover the database, or in this case just install it, because it's installing it newly. I haven't installed it yet, or not on just for testing. You have to wait a little while. It's not 34 minutes. It's going faster. It's installing this amount of size. In a smaller site it would be just quicker, this part. 17 minutes. Just be patient. Minute start is changing from 7 minutes to 60 minutes to 34 minutes. So the good thing is about Akeeba is that it does the backup for you. And you don't have to download it from FTP. You don't have to download the SKU. It creates an installer from you, and hopefully in this way you have a better chance to get an error-free backup for your website, and it's easier to back it up, make a backup more often than if you have to download everything from FTP and from PHPMyAdmin yourself. This is a quicker option. And in the meantime, normally, if you don't make a tutorial of this, you can do a lot of surfing and do other stuff. Well, it's just making a recovery or downloading for your offline website. You can do lots of other stuff while it's doing this. As long as you keep the screen open, doesn't matter. So you don't have to do any work yourself, except for the things I showed you. I also will add I will add this configuration file link so that you do have a configuration file, just in case your configuration file isn't working well. You have an example of how the configuration file has to look like to get a working offline backup in USB-V. So this is an example configuration file for USB-V. Because the first site I did a backup for offline use in USB-V was Ladylux, and it didn't work right away, so I made a new website with Joomla, Joomla 3.4 version. I've installed it, and I used that configuration file to make the backup work. And the black or white one did work just right away without changing anything. But just in case, I've just added the configuration file. In case it doesn't work, you use this configuration file. You have to change the username, the database name, the password from the database, the secret code, and you have to change the path and the log file for your website, because it's obviously just based on what's installed on my offline websites. If you are not able to install with USB-V root, there's a way to create a database user. If you click on users, in this case it's all in dots, so This says users in Dutch. You can create a user here. Create a user. Username. You can create the same username and password that you use online on your online website. Let's say this is not my online database username, but you can create anything. So just for test, this is a test. This is a test. And it generates a password. And then you go to this here. In this case, I just want to have all options in this queue. So then that's how I create a user. The user has all options. There we go. Then I click on start. You could also give all guides a wildcard name. A username and a game name and all guides. So this is how you create a user for your database. Let's see if it's finished now. It's almost finished. Just 29 more MB. And it says 5 minutes. So it's getting there. Wait, and by the way, the website we are now uploading is the online website, is at the blackorwhite.nl. Have to wait for a while. There we go. So if I show you it, you know this is the website that you're going to see offline. So I have an offline and online version for it. And I'm going to show you that it looks exactly the same offline as online. So you see that it doesn't have any problem with the large site, or it will work. It just takes time. It will work with larger sites as well, but you have to just wait and in the meantime do other stuff. Let's see if it's already filling the database. You can see what it's doing. This is the database. So it's already creating the database here. It has 92 tables. Let's see how many tables there are in the black or white side already. It has 92 tables in here too. not very fast. So 3 more minutes. It's kind of slowly because it's uploading stuff to this database, so it's not working fast here now. There we go. This is the black and white one. This one has 115 tables. And just for test has now still 92. Not more interesting. Let's see at the black or white side, manage backups. Go back in. And we can see that I created a backup. They are exactly the same size. Exactly, because I didn't change anything else since I've created a backup. So let's see, duration. Full site backup, and once you have created the backup, you click on download to download the backup and to get it on your computer and to upload it in the extractor, the start programs. That's where I have it. Create websites, Akeeba extract wizard. That's where it is. So, but I'm going to just delete files because I don't need all these backups. Backup archive was deleted successfully. So, if I want to delete something, obsolete backend. Okay. So I now have only this backup, the latest backup, to download. And I would see it's finished now with the database recovery or installing of the database. I'm going to click on the next step. The live site URL. This is what you do when you have an online website. In case it is online, the website is on this website. It's here. So if you use it online, you use the website URL. This is your real website URL. But it's not online, so you have to leave this empty here because it's an offline website, localhost website. Now you have to fill in a super administrator setting. Password. Just fill in your password here. Super administrator, email, password. And this is what you do. You click on next or volgende in Dutch. And then it says remove the installation directory. I click that, and now it says visit the front end of your website or your site. Then we have to wait, and we have to wait to see. And if it's taking too long, we just go here and we click on refresh. Since we don't have many patience, we click refresh, and we see the same website as on blackorwhite.nl. You see it on the offline website. It's working without the problems. It works the same as the online website. And the good part is this script just updates. So if I update it online, it gets updated offline because it's working with Google+. And anything I share public, it will show here too. It doesn't, the video will not do the same. I have to make a backup from it and use it on, make a backup of online and add it to the offline website to have the same videos again. So this is how it works. I have to show you the administrator too, to show you that it works totally, not just the front end. So this is not a good one. I click on login, and now we are in the back end of my offline backup of the website, or the second backup, because I made a backup already on black or white, so I have just for test now and black or white. So that's one I also have, and I also created Ladylux offline as well. Let's see, get it to work. Okay, here we go. We have the offline website of Ladylux, and online website is this. So we have a backup and an online website. And I have also used Akeeba for Ladylux. So this is an easy way to back up to websites. I've used USB web server in this tutorial. USB web server can be downloaded on usbwebserver.net, and you click on download USB web server, and it looks like USB web server. This is the root there, with all the backed up websites, the localhost. This is the page of USB web server itself, and you have to do this localhost and add the name of the website behind it to visit your website. And then you have localhost phpMyAdmin. This could be, like it says, it can be visited by filling in username root and password USBV, and then you're going in the phpMyAdmin, and then we get USB web server, the URL, and if the Apache doesn't work, you have to click on put it online here, because sometimes it's just a get. If it's red like this, you have to start the server, and the same counts is for stop. You click on start. Sometimes it's just red already, so you have to click on start. And you have some settings here. You can also change the language if you like it to your own language. So I could put it to English. It's on top. You have to just save it because otherwise it won't do it. So now it's up. Now it's in English. The settings are saved. The use will be up server will start. Okay. And if you make it to English, okay, you could change this language here to English as well. So you can change anything you like in the settings. I hope you liked this tutorial, and I hope you now can create a backup more easily of all of your websites. See you soon on my channel.